What followed was a 12-hour guided tour of every trailer park, trap house, and almost every homeless encampment in Stockton that looked exactly like the place we had been prior to this stop. We met a midget pushing a tiny shopping cart full of children's toys, an elderly prostitute dressed like she'd gotten lost on the way to a 1978 roller disco and never found her way home, a Santa Claus looking homeless man chugging what I'm pretty sure was urine out of a 2-liter bottle, and that was all before the sun had hit its halfway point in the sky. Jesus, people lived like this every day? Fucking exhausting. But I guess that's where the meth came in handy. Chris quietly advised me not to ask questions as we were a long way from Kansas, and Dorothy's house had already been broken into and stripped of anything and everything that wasn't duct taped down. Nighttime eventually fell. Back at the trailer, Chop's parents were awake and somehow even less charming now that they were conscious. His own mother and father called him Chop. The dad demanded dope because, in his words, I feel like an alligator is butt fucking my brain up, one side and down the other. They looked at Chris and me like we'd crawled out of a cornfield carrying Bibles. Well, Mr. and Mrs. Chop, I could have made my own assumptions about you two as well, but I didn't. Chop handed us a PlayStation and told us to keep busy. We played Tekken like the fate of the free world depended on perfect combo timing. I was pupil popping, mouth clicking, controller mashing, completely convinced this was the most important activity any human had ever undertaken. At some point, my jaw clicking attracted parental attention. What the fuck is wrong with that kid? Hold your fucking mouth still. You're gonna wake the baby. There was a baby in this place somewhere? Under the clothes or behind the, oh, jumped up Lucifer on a short bus. The universe had officially lost its mind. Chop announced he needed to make a run across town and could only take one of us because the back seat was spoken for. The parents, eager to exile my clicking jaw, volunteered me. I followed him out. He crammed a massive, overstuffed duffel bag into the back seat. We peeled out like Pearl Harbor had just been announced on the radio. Immediately after leaving the trailer park, Chop decided he was hungry. How anyone could think of food after putting down enough biker dope to overamp a pool full of elephants is beyond me, but that's what he decided. So a drive-through was our next destination. We hit a Wiener Schnitzel. I hadn't eaten or drunk anything since leaving Pine Grove, and my throat felt like a nun's panties, tight, dry, and closed for business. I still managed to murder an XL Coke like it had personally testified against me.